The new Pixar film Elio was released today, which means we need to add it to the biggest timeline theory of all, the Pixar Theory. If you don't know what the Pixar Theory is, it is the idea that every single Pixar film takes place across one giant timeline, starting with Elemental and ending with Monsters Inc., or Brave, or Soul, depending on how you think about it. If you need a recap of the whole Pixar Theory, then you can go and watch our video, which is the theory up to date, all recapped in under 5 minutes. You can go and check out that video by either clicking the card somewhere up there, or there'll be a link down below in the description. Now, of course, the big theme with Elio is that we're dealing with humans advancing technology to contact aliens from outer space. However, their technology is still quite limited, and we know from the 1977 Voyager 1 and 2 spacecrafts, with the gold discs that the aliens used to first contact Earth, that this is clearly set in modern day, so around the same time as the Toy Stories, Inside Out, Finding Nemo's, etc. Now, we know that humanity does contact aliens in this film because of Elio, and that at the end, the alien observatory reveals itself to the humans, so now humans know about aliens, and therefore likely will then begin advancing their technologies to go out into outer space. The other space film by Pixar is of course WALL-E, where we see humans leave Earth to go onto the Axiom as they have trashed the planet. And WALL-E is integral to the Pixar Theory, as whilst the humans are away, that is when we get the rise of the cars. So you could say Elio comes just before WALL-E, as humans have now discovered aliens, so want to travel across space more, and therefore build the Axioms. However, in WALL-E, there isn't really any mention of aliens. Considering humanity has been stuck in space for 700 years, you'd have thought when Earth was dying, if they were in contact with aliens, they would have asked for help. And Auto, the Axiom's AI, never really mentions anything about aliens. It's all about robots like Eve and WALL-E. And so therefore, I don't think humans have discovered aliens when WALL-E takes place. But we know because of the Voyager spacecrafts that Elio has to take place in the 21st century, which is definitely before WALL-E. So is there any other Pixar film that relates to space travel and aliens and just so happens to be about galactic empires? Well, there just so happens to be one. To infinity and beyond himself, Buzz's film Lightyear. In Lightyear, we know from the messages Buzz sends to Star Command that Star Command are humans who have left Earth on a mission to find new planets that are habitable to discover what life is on them for the Galactic Empire, which just so happens to sound very similar to the aliens Elio meets on the Communiverse, which is an empire of aliens who search the galaxy for new worlds to meet other aliens and have ambassadors of each world join them to keep the universe safe. If Elio takes place before Lightyear, it would make sense that at the end, when humanity discover aliens, they begin expanding their space technology and become an ambassador for the Communiverse. Humanity then offers to help find new worlds and aliens to join the Communiverse, but protect it from alien threats such as Grygon and his species that we see them go against in Elio. This then launches the Star Command program for humanity as a protector for the Galactic Empire. And there are even more similarities from Elio to Lightyear, such as the base that the humans set up on the new planet in Lightyear is very similar vibes to the base we see Elio's auntie working at. And then there is also one huge bit of evidence to suggest Elio and Lightyear are linked, and that is Bloopers. Because remember, Lightyear is actually a film inside of the Pixar universe. The Buzz Lightyear toys from Toy Story are based off the Lightyear film, which therefore means Elio is also a film inside the Pixar universe, and therefore has actors acting as these aliens and Elio. And Pixar, alongside the promotion of this new film, has released bloopers or outtakes for Elio, showing that it isn't actually real and it's actually a film inside of the Pixar universe. Now, these bloopers were a staple of Pixar films when they were first released in the late 90s and early 2000s, and obviously all of those films are not films inside the Pixar universe. But Pixar hasn't done bloopers or outtakes since Monsters Inc. back in 2001. To randomly bring them back 21 years later doesn't seem like just a coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not!
Perhaps it is actually hinting that Elio is actually a film and is part of the same universe as Lightyear and is a film inside the Pixar universe rather than being part of the main Pixar timeline. But what do you guys think about this? Do you reckon that Elio comes before Lightyear and is actually a film inside of Pixar that the Pixar characters can watch, or do you reckon it actually takes place in the 21st century and takes place before WALL-E? What are your guys' thoughts? Where do you think Elio takes place in the Pixar theory? And let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. But that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash our like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, we've been here on Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.